In this presentation, I will describe the benefits of game-based learning, some ways it can be implemented in elementary classrooms, and how to overcome some potential challenges. When designing this technology integration plan, I began with this question: how might I use game-based learning strategies to enhance student performance, engagement, and motivation in math? Because I am not currently teaching, but I could end up teaching any level from kindergarten through 5th grade in the future, I designed this initiative to be integrated in any elementary classroom setting. Although game-based learning can be applied to any academic subject, I have noticed the strategy lends itself particularly well to reinforcing math concepts. For that reason, and to keep the initiative to a manageable scale, I decided to focus on the content area of mathematics. I decided game-based learning would be a valuable strategy to implement because studies have shown that introducing games into the math classroom can have a positive impact on engagement, performance, motivation, and attitudes towards math. When researching this topic, I discovered many reasons to try a game-based approach to learning. Some of these findings include that educational games have the potential to reduce math anxiety. Games generally have a positive impact on achievement and attitudes toward math, and games can enhance motivation through collaboration and competition. When reflecting on the levels of teaching innovation framework, I believe this initiative will help me reach level 3, which is infusion, because game-based learning provides opportunities for students to use complex thinking skills, learn in a way that is more student-centered, and experience real-world applied learning. 21st century skills include creativity, problem solving, and collaboration, and game-based learning is an excellent way to develop these skills. When digital games are included in game-based learning, students also become more proficient in the use of technology tools. If this game-based learning initiative is successful, students will increase their aptitude in math, which will lead to an increased likelihood of future success in a STEM-based career. Math knowledge is vital to our students' future success, yet many students struggle with math. This seems to indicate that we as educators need to try new methods to make math instruction more effective, which is the main goal of this game-based learning initiative. When thinking about potential challenges to implementing game-based learning, the main thing that comes to mind is the issue of time. Seeking out effective math games and teaching students how to access and use those games takes time. Depending on how the school day is structured and how much time is allotted for each subject, carving out time for game-based learning can be difficult. Depending on the resources available at the school, inadequate access to technology tools such as laptops or tablets, and a lack of funding could also pose a challenge. To mitigate the issue of time, it can be helpful to start small and gradually build a collection of math games. I have found it helpful to structure math time as stations that students rotate through, designating one or more stations for math games. Designating a portion of the day when students can choose what to work on, including the math games, is another good option, and as a bonus, incorporates some UDL principles. If access to funding or technology tools is an issue, sometimes we have to get creative. If there are not enough laptops or tablets for each class, determine a schedule for shared technology use. If you want to implement a digital game with a high subscription cost or purchase more laptop computers, apply for various grants that support technology integration. That being said, most of the games I have previously used in my classroom were inexpensive, and I paid for them myself. Many free and low-cost digital games are available, and many non-digital math games can be played with only cards or dice or a printable template. Necessary resources for this initiative include access to computers or tablets, reliable internet access, and funds to purchase math games such as cards, dice, and digital game subscriptions. I have selected 2 digital math games to start with for this initiative, Brainzy and Zern, and I have compiled a list of other possible games for future use. Before students begin using these digital games, I will have to set up student accounts and bookmark the URLs on the classroom computers for easy access. I will also begin building a library of non-digital math games such as card games, dice games, and board games. The next step will be to teach the students how and when to access the math games and to establish rules and routines for game-based learning activities. Some long-range plans include collecting data through assessments, surveys, and observational notes to determine the effectiveness of this initiative, adjusting the game options as needed, and collaborating with other teachers to expand game-based learning options. Thank you for listening to my presentation.